For years, this is where our pennies and pounds were manufactured. The Royal Mint building on the edge of the City of London. It's vast, but now largely empty. The Chinese government, its current owner, wants to develop it into a new embassy. But politicians, both here and abroad, are sounding the alarm.
It is likely to become a base for their pan-European espionage activities. And it sits very close to, of course, the UK's financial centre. It's very close to three critical data centres, some cables connecting, data cables connecting, for example, Canary Wharf to the city, run very close or indeed even underneath the site.
The Tories blocked the development plans, but they did allow the sale of the site to the Chinese in the first place. Now, the Americans have waded in after some Labour ministers signalled support for the plan, saying, "The United States is deeply concerned about providing China with potential access to the sensitive communications of one of our closest allies."
The Beijing administration bought this site back in 2018, all 5.4 acres of it, and it's steadily been pushing for approval to develop it. The Labour government has softened its stance as it seeks closer ties with and investment from China. But it's not so straightforward, because the Americans are important strategic allies with whom a trade deal still hangs in the balance, have pushed us onto a diplomatic tightrope.
It's quite difficult for the UK government. They're now in a position where they have to say, we've got to actually deny them planning permission when they even own the building. So I understand their predicament. I understand that they want to normalise relations and that China's putting pressure. But none of that matters if you're facing national security risks, if you're facing the possibility of greater interference in UK critical infrastructure.
All of this ahead of important trade talks between Chinese and American officials in London that begin on Monday. Britain is playing host, and our government is trying to keep both sides sweet.
This is in the planning process. These issues will be taken care of assiduously in the planning process. But just to reassure people, we deal with embassies and these sorts of infrastructure issues all the time. We are very experienced of it, and we are very aware of these sorts of issues constantly, not just when new buildings are being done, but all the time.
The Chinese have made their ambitions clear, but how will they respond if their ambitions are thwarted? Gurpreet Narwan, Sky News.